Alright, let's get this thing started. Got some things to talk about before we actually get going. I know I'm late as shit today. Sorry. Getting ready for this very just like random shit. Okay. Was getting ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Univa Day. So we'll be doing that. Univa Day is very important. Gotta get that shit going. Had to finish my son's bike. It had a pedal. I got him new pedals for Christmas. Ones he wanted. And one pedal was stuck, so I had to leave it there with a WD-40 for a while just to get it off. Which is fine, obviously. It came off just fine after it soaked WD-40 for a little bit. You know how that is. But then, just I was going through my Pokemon, seeing what I could transfer, seeing what I should transfer, so on and so forth. And I did. And I transferred a bunch of shinies, which I'll claim later in Pokemon Home. Probably do it right now on my but with that said, oh, this is really like that. So we have a Scyther. We need a Scyther. So we're gonna go there, do the Scyther, and then we'll have to do a Lapras. Know what one? All kind of. This one's still here. So we'll come back to that though, because I don't know. Anyways, point being, we were getting ready for tomorrow. All my batteries are getting charged. My big ass fucking brick anchor battery can charge like laptops. Smaller laptops, obviously. Not gaming laptop thing. Yesterday, the reason why I'm doing this is I'm shiny hunting is because it's an hour's worth of work. So I have one shiny Waddle. Go back to. We gotta do Swaddle still. We gotta do Scyther still. We gotta do Lapras. As well as Charcadet. We did Applin. Also, and Palafin. Because I already have a Palafin. Other one. Get the vault. And Smoliv. Forgot about Smoliv. My bad. This is a great Smoliv location. But first we'll do the Scyther. And we'll be coming back to this all weekend. Tomorrow I will not be streaming in the morning. Sorry guys, I have things to be doing. Like getting ready for the Univa Day. I gotta tell my son that he better go to bed soon, because I'm not fucking off with whatever. Scyther at. Oh. They all the way up to the top of the mountain? That's fine. A little bit more flying. Yeah. For the mountain. Go up, dude. Or is it like right here? Yes. Ooh, you found a Scyther thing. I don't see one fucking Scyther. Here. Scythers? A Scyther. A gold. Scyther. Not cool. Can't tell. I'm gonna take off my glasses because I'm already colorblind, so that definitely is a fuck. I see two Scythers here. What the I wonder if they're in that cave down there. Oh, there's three. They're in this cave down here too. Oh, there's some down here. You. Are you shy? I need a encounter sand. Alright. We camp in here? Or picnic in here? You can't. Okay, so we're gonna have to fly down and make a good sandwich for Buggos. Buggos. That way. Hold on a second, let me call my son. sorry, I forgot the mic. My son asked me how to get a Diplin. He doesn't know. No. So, obviously. 50K. So, you know that apple orchard with that little house?
Yeah.
Well, there's a shelf there that has a roof on top of it. Go to the shelf. You can buy one for like 500 Pokémon. Yeah, you just give it to him. And that evolved. Then you got to go get Dragon Dance or Dragon Cheer. Sorry, Dragon Cheer. Teach it to Applin to evolve him into Hydra, or Driplin and evolve him into Hydra. It's a 3-headed one. I have both their shiny. What's up? What's up? No, I do not speak Spanish, fortunately. English speaker, sorry. That's all I speak. Well, I know a little bit of German, but my son learned that the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, even that, I think you learned German was more in coincidence.
I had to take German. I had to take a line, and then I was Smolov, Charcadet, that guy. Who else? Physian, or not Physian. The dolphin. This guy. Palafin. Evolves into Physian. But I got to get a good sandwich going. There's not many Palafins, and none of them are ever. By the way, there's one right here. But yeah, I'm gonna go get a Scyther because I need for Scizor, which I'm probably gonna call you in here in a little bit to plug in Violet and evolve Scizor. I have Scyther, I have Cleavor, do not have and I'll have to get one of the Charcadets and Violet to buy the other one. Huh? No, Dustin is not on. But yeah. What's a good bug sand? Just for a higher encounter rate.
Oh, if you put Beetle in sandwich, I think.
Hell out of here. Yeah. Let's look at the buggy sandwiches. I'm only streaming for a little bit, guys. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I don't have any Herba Mystica. Don't have any Herba Mystica. Level 2 sandwich. Or, that's at best. Level 2. Is there anything without Herba Mystica? That's easy to make. Okay. Catching power. Bug encounter power 2. That's fine. Do that. Potato salad sandwich. Crazy. Never that. I don't like potato salad though, so there's that. We're gonna get back to catch a Scyther and then Lapras in a moment. But the wrong Gary. So we need to get, what was it? Red bell pepper, onion, cucumber. Fuck that is. Right there. Cucumber. Mayonnaise is in the next section. Potato salad. I think that's in the next section too. But I could be wrong. No, it's right there. The salad. Avocados. Avocado. Right. Admit. Number. Okay, yeah. Alright, so hit next. Mayonnaise. I don't even like mayonnaise. I don't like Miracle Whip either. Argue with me. Sorry, that's just I am. I don't have to like it. Let's just stick in the middle here. It's a little too far back. We'll figure. Some onions around it. So we're just making a sandwich that I can make without Herba Mystica because I used it. I guess I could make it with one Herba Mystica. It'd probably help, but I'll fall off because I substituted salads too. That'd be perfect. I just won't waste the reason over here. One here. Good enough. I don't care as long as it works. I think the power's on. But potato salad sandwich sounds gross. Alright. So let's talk about it's not what I wanted. How was that? How the fuck? That was not correct. Catching power was supposed to be ghost. Encounter power was supposed to be bug. The ultra potato salad sandwich. Where is that? There's 0 Herba Mystica. Herba Mystica. What do you need for that? Oh, green peppers. I'm out of green peppers. That's crazy. Like this, master. I don't have the Herba Mystica. It makes sense. Right. I do need to grind some Herba Mystica eventually. Fried fillet. LT. Brushing. Classic. Egg. SD. Ultra potato salad. Can I go back? Too late. We'll just build it right this time. I'll be retarded. Alright. Everything fall the fuck off. That apparent. Oh, it was red onion. Well, whoever made that guide was really bad because they didn't get good guide. Regular onion, not red onion. I also didn't look at the effects, which I probably should have, but back it up a %. Back everything over here. This out weird. Probably gonna be wrong. That's the way it says to show it on there. Onion. Oh, I see how to do it. You have to like make it perfect. Wait. Just bad at making sandwiches. It is what it is, though. I don't care. Get through it. Here for... 3-star. That's good enough. I don't care anymore. It's more of an encounter. It's fine. Come on, guys. Not gonna level up. They didn't get XP from that. Oh, I know that. Stupid. Anyways. fucking executor. Third. What a fucking thing. He's not hate on executor. He's a goober face. That's all. Flying away. Around. Alright, stop. Alright. Get behind. Because no way know how to fly, apparently. Me. Golf Scyther. I could end you, but I'm not going. Be nice. Looking at him. This ball unstart us right next to me. This Scyther's get disappeared. Fuck. I only need one. This is annoying. I thought you could do lappers again and eat a water or ice sandwich. Try ice. Yeah, let's go do that. I feel like lappers could be a better time. Like we'll make a do an ice sandwich. It doesn't have Urban Mystic. Ultra sushi sandwich. You can do that. Apparently I don't have it. I mean, I can just make it. I hit the wrong button. Creative mode. I have everything. Let's see. Vinegar. That's select. Salt and watercress. Those. Wasabi. Next one, or is that? I don't even know. Wasabi is seen as a topping. Ice. Need rice. Have rice. Rice. Smoke fillet. Got all that. We need wasabi, salt, and vinegar. Salt. Bitter urban mist. Add. But I'm not going. You have to add to the next. Alrighty. Try not to fuck this up. I'm gonna start with the rice. Out on the back here. There. Take smoke fillets. Put it over here. And over here. Over here. I'm ready to go with the sticky boys. Here. Here. Fall off, you faggot. Watercress. Here. And here. Bread, hover it over, drop it. Perfect. Hey, we did a pretty good job on that sandwich. I'm pretty bad at that. So. It's mostly with stuff like rice and potato salad I have a hard time with it. Like anything that's flat, or even the ball legs, ball fish, whatever the fuck. Good enough for me. Literally not what it said, but okay. We'll go do. Tired of this shit. Do it normally. I'm just all over the place. I don't really care, to be honest. I wish I had the Herba Mystica, but I don't. I noticed. Let's see if we find a Scyther over here. Any? By the way, the Cleavor that I have is shiny. I should pull it into here. Let's pull the lines that I do need to lapper. I already have Poliwag, so I'm not really too worried about that. Poliwag and Insolent. I have all of them. Just send over a bunch of shiny Charmander too, which is kind of crazy. I need to do Charcadet and what's it called? Wait, is this one in the water? Even better. It is in the water, but you aren't shiny Lapras because you're all not purple or what the fuck ever color it is. Because over here, I was doing Scyther over here. And Scyther was right on top of is that a stellar type or is that just regular Terra? It might be stellar. Oh, that one. I make him stellar type. Gino. Popping up. Sandwich egg. That'll be enough. I'm going to grind out some Herba Mystica later. You're not purple color. Actually, I don't have a shiny Lapras. Shocking. Oh, you guys, there's a lot of you. Still not one in shiny. Popping up everywhere. Why are you chasing? Billy. We're shiny. Head back over to here. Someone's like glitching out. Far away. Fuck the sandwiches. Fuck them. Unironically, fuck them. Do it without the sandwich. Did it a couple times. Took a while, but I did it. Gotta catch one shiny though before I quit. Just because of the Lapras. Then tomorrow I'll do Scyther, Charcadet, and I think that's it, right? Oh, and the rest of the the rest of two more, what's it called? The waddles. The waddles are of importance to me. Bam. Are any of you shine? Shit, how much brand is one? I want shiny Lapras. I only need one, but if I saw more than one. Look at you. Look at you. He's a Lapras. I don't know if that would be the plural of Lapras. Might just be Lapras. Either Lapras, Lapras, or Laparisses. Laparisses. I'm assuming it's either Lapras or Lapras. Kind of like deer. Rose deer. Rose moose. Rose moose. Elk. Plural is elk. Funny enough, all the meat's called venison. You don't get plural or names for your meat. No. Why? I don't know. I didn't make the rules. I just... What was that? I was going to say. Just stoked. You guys are doing. I do have to restock up on foodstuffs. Well, there's that. Hopping around, have peppers. Too bad you weren't the Lapras I love to have. Shiny Lapras. Huh? Never melt ice. What was that one? Blue. Scyther's hard to spot, so it's gonna be hard for me to see a Scyther. Unless it does look different. I have to bring a Scyther in here. Cleavor was very different. It just looked like a Scyther. Cleavor. It was a Scyther color Cleavor. To be fair, I think that's how Scizor is too. It's just cool. Fuck you, that's why. You. Out here doing fucking nothing. 5 ball. Are you a shiny Lapras? That was an ETM. Shiny, shiny. You shiny? You motherfucker shiny? Yeah. You should just find one that has a higher encounter rate. Even if it's just level 1. Go make a picnic over here and eat a sandwich that has ice in it. Beach picnic, guys. Let's go. Those are lower level ones. Also, oh. We'll just look for an encounter. Power. Then fire ghost. Power. Fighting. Round. Fighting. Fighting. Fire. That'll be good for, what's his name? Fuck. Tarkadet. Come on. It's normal. Draw power. Catching power. What's up, Ray? How you doing? Sorry, I was doing something. Looking for either a water or an ice pot, sandwich. Trying to get this shiny Lapras since I don't have one. I did get shiny, all the shiny, applins. Especially an encounter. I don't care what level for their ice or water. I don't have any Herba Mystica, so I'm not trying to go big. Although I do have to go buy some stuff. And apparently I've missed some recipes. So, found that out. Raid power. Or water. I know, I haven't been on Discord. I should check it every once in a while, but I haven't been on. We'll look real quick. There's my phone. Tomorrow's a good day, though. What did you find today? The DS... Is that 3DS? I think it is. Yeah, it is. You have the new... That's an older 3DS. That's a new 3DS XL. I never got the new one. I had the original 3DS. I actually liked it a lot, too. People used to shit on me for it. I'm like, dude, this is like one of the best things. It's super tiny. Sticks in my pocket. I don't need the other control stick for playing Pokemon. Whatever I play on there. But the new ones, I did want the Pokemon Special Edition ones. But that's only because I like the Pokemon Special Edition ones, really. Look, I just want a sandwich that'll give me a fucking hour of air piece. Ooh, XP point. Points. Hell. Tofu. Egg, normal. Grass. Normal. Psychic. Grass. Get a grass book. Ghost. What is it? Is it like a sandwich I don't have ingredients for? Fucking decadent or master. To be fair, I don't have any of the... I'm missing what? Green peppers, so this could be part of it, but I feel like this is just... Earth discern. Ultra hefty. Ultra, bro. Get some green pepper. Why did I have to do this? You can buy them here, right? I think you can. Yeah, that didn't bother me. The screens didn't bother me at all. No, I have really good eyesight. I'm just colorblind. I at least have 20 vision. Just buy all this stuff. Hey, just buy like a bunch of buy 10 of each. Everything. Butter. I have extra. I have extra. Yeah, I did want the Pokemon, the new 3DS Pokemon, the regular size. I did want the when they redid the when they released Gen 1 and Gen 2. I did want it. But I was gonna get the Scarlet and Violet Switch LED, but it came with a white dock, so I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't like white electronics. That was the other one. The Pokemon one was 3DS was like a white color. Oh fuck. Been a while since I've seen it. Oh yeah, and the 3DS is pretty sick. Although my only problem with it is that I can't try Pokemon out of it anymore. Yeah. And I'll start playing Y again. I do need a regular Yvolta, but eventually get one. You playing the Pokemon Go event this weekend? Me and my son got ready for it. I didn't start streaming recently. And I'm probably not going to be streaming all that much today at all. It's almost been an hour and I haven't done shit. We were getting ready because we're going to use our bikes with mountain bike. We're going to bike around and do it. I'll be recording it, but it'll just be the phone screen. Is there no green pepper here? Are you fucking shitting me? No green pepper. Did I already do that? What the fuck? How is there no green pepper? How is green pepper rare? Easiest fucking thing to grow. I grow them every summer. Hate everything. In this fucking machine, I'll be pissed. Dude. Fuck off. I have 58 cream cheeses. I already got the cat yesterday. What cat? I'm a vagina. What is this girl staying like that for? This is the Galark twig bitch. I already used you. Thanks for making the twig. Girl. First off, we got the wrong Gary. There it is. Tiny boy. He come out. He come out, hang out. Hey. Out, poop. I want to talk to you. You mad about? Alright, I think I'm just gonna call it a night here in a minute, because I only got like 15 minutes, but I'll chill and just... I'll get the Scythers and shit, or whatever. Architects. I'll play more tomorrow, but tonight... I don't even really feel like playing, to be honest. Why is my camera not up? I did not put it back up for my son. That's why. But I did get the shiny apple in line yesterday. And I won't be streaming tomorrow morning because we're getting ready for the Pokemon Go event. Darker. And I caught a shiny Sawaddle. That was so hard to see, though. At least for me. I'll do it again, but... yeah. I got Applin, Flapple, Riplin, Applin, and that one. Alright. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save and go into Pokemon Home. Playing the Pokemon that I transferred over today, which is a bunch of shiny Charm Squirtle, I think. Mostly just shiny Charmander. And transfer my Applin into here. Maybe put my Scyther, my Evor in here. I'll be doing the Pokemon Go event tomorrow. I'll be recording it. It'll just be my phone though, and they'll just be videos. I'm not live streaming that. Too much work. And live streaming kills your battery so quick. Recording does too, but live streaming is real bad. Even when my phone was new, it was like really, really daunting. Yeah. But I have a feeling that I'm just gonna be transferring a lot of Pokemon over that I haven't transferred from Pokemon Home because there is a Pokemon Codex. And they're already at Gen 9, so release the rest of them. Any like 2-star or lower what do you call them? Pairs coming over here, any shiny mythicals coming over here. Unless they're like a 4-star. That's my if I get a Shundo mythical, I'd shit, but depends on the mythical. I already did the Mew. I haven't done the shiny Mew yet, but I already did the regular Mew. I didn't get it was alright. Yeah. High almost 3-star. 2-star. Apparently Restream is doing an AI that gives you short clips for shorts. And I was looking through them today from the last night. They weren't that bad. Great. Now you stay. We haven't with you. You only got 1 speed. In a box with 5 speed. One day I will sort all of this out. One day I'll just be giving away Pokemon. So. Especially any extras. One day. It'll happen. Oh shit. Yeah, my living dex is fucked too, because I use a lot of it for those shinies. Guaranteed. Funny enough. Yep. They did. I need boxes with more than 1 space. We can see if it's probably gonna have 1 space. Doesn't have enough space. This does. Shiny Charmander, because I'm offloading a lot of Pokemon from Pokemon Go to Home. The Pokedex is just you don't get enough space for all the different forms. Kind of fucking, I'm gonna lie to you. That's the one thing I can't say about Pokemon Go is that you have to buy space for Pokemon. It's just like way over it. That's one of the things. Yeah. What I also can't stand is that the games, even when they have DLC or whatever, oh, I forgot. They also don't have enough boxes. They have a whole living dex of each DLC, even the ones that are. Because when I say living dex of the DLC, I literally mean like all 3 DLCs. Any duplicate ones also fit. You know what I'm saying? Before. I have 2. That's kind of shocking. I only have 2. I'm gonna have to find Scythe. Bunch of Scythe. Where's the shot? Here. Nope. You call it him from Pokemon Go. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see a fucking Scyther. I mean, they're. It's hard. I do need to sort out my shinies. I do need to sort out all my extra Pokemon, either give them away or delete them. Because this is getting retarded. Not gonna lie. The save changes. Yeah, I don't have Discord notifications on. I should off a long time. Because that's the only reason I used Discord before this was for Pokemon Go. And they're always like tagging at everyone and shit. I'm like, fuck this. It's silly. Yeah, so I have a lot of Pokemon coming here. And a lot of the Pokemon I catch tomorrow, unless they're 4 stars or 3-star legendaries, they're staying in the game. Same with mythicals. Unless they're like 2-star or below. Well, legendaries, not mythicals. Stay in the game if I already have it. God damn it. And if I already have it, but I will eventually be doing a living dex in Pokemon Go. Yeah. I know all the new stuff. Pokemon Day, stupid game that alright. How about this? Everybody watching, hit the chat up. What did you think of Legend ZA? Want an honest opinion? Not what you think you'd be saying. I'm kind of disappointed in it. I know it sounds silly, but I am. I have transferred a good bit of Pokemon from. Not a lot. I mean, I only have 250 from Pokemon Go in home. Period. But yeah, I have a lot to transfer into because well, the way I'm doing Pokemon Go is if it's not a 4-star, I'm not keeping it. Eventually, I will build a living dex, but I'm gonna have to get rid of a lot of event Pokemon too. The event Pokemon is what kills me. I'm not saying it will be fun, but I'm very disappointed in what they did with that region, just in general. Like, if you played X and Y, that was probably one of the best looking Pokemon games ever. Like, it's a little rough around the edges because they were new to 3D and stuff, but like it was kind of just like underwhelming. I don't like the fact that it's set in, I guess, what would be modern time. At least is what it looks like. I don't like the fact that... I'll tell you what this is what I liked from the video that we saw. Two things, and that's it. I don't like the starters at all. Of course, they chose the worst fire starter ever. I don't like any of this. I don't really like... Totodile fine. Just, you know, it's just not good Pokemon, but I don't like Tepig and its evolved forms, and I don't like Chikorita in the sense that it was in a Pokemon game, but or Ash had it, but I wasn't a huge fan of the starters. So I only like two things. Battle system looks interesting and could be fun. The fact that Mega Evolution is back. Those are the only two things. That's it. The fact that you're stuck in Lumia City, stupid. The fact that they did so well with Arceus Legends, except for a few things. Input lag sucked for that kind of game. Just stupid shit. Just stupid shit they could refine. But instead, they kind of like build like a new, like a in current time thing. And they had a lot of chances. I'd rather just play the same game just for Kalos. My honest opinion. But they could have done the perfect direction, which they did not do, is the rebuild after the Great Pokemon. They could have done that, and they just fucking didn't. I would have been okay with the same setup as, oh, people were coming to Kalos and starting to build cities or whatever and towns and whatever. I would have been okay. I would have been fine with that. But what really pissed me off is that it's not the start of the Kalos region. It's after, I'm assuming, the events of X and Y. At least is what it looks like. And on top of that, they had a great storyline to come up after the Great Pokemon. We don't need to see the Great Pokemon War. It's a war. Everyone knows what war is. War is hell. It sucks. We don't need to see the war. What we need to see is some backdrop to the war. Or even going up to the war. That would have been fine too. But like, the reality is, it's like, they could have done so much cool shit. They could have had the same map set up as Legends Arceus. They could have had the same everything. It's actually kind of sad. I'm gonna play it. But I'm very disappointed in this. So from what we've seen so far. Now, maybe they'll do some other stuff. Maybe they'll do DLC or something. I don't know. But they're not exactly on my the Pokemon games and Game Freak and the Pokemon Company aren't exactly on my list of great companies. Since Gen 7. Once the National Dex was gone, I was pissed. Granted, you could use all the Pokemon, but I was pissed. About it. But Gen 8 was just a better Gen 7. They fucked up Diamond and Pearl remakes. Arceus was probably one of the best Pokemon games ever made. Legends Arceus is probably one of the best Pokemon. Gen 9, as much as it did a lot of good for open world Pokemon game, the execution was bad, and that's fine. It's the first one. I'm not gonna get it. I don't like the Paradox Pokemon, and I don't like the battle gimmick of this generation. It's fucking horrible. Both of them are. I like the idea that it's open. I like the idea that they added flying to the DLC. You flying around your Pokemon. You ride Pokemon. And I don't like, and let's be honest, let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee for being the first Pokemon games on the Switch was a bad idea. But the reality is like they have the only this whole console generation, they put out 2 games. 2 good, well, technically 3. 3 good games. Sword and Shield and Arceus, Legends Arceus. Look, I'm not saying I liked every other generation up to this point, right? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, and I didn't have problems with those generations. I'm saying that. What I'm saying is that they're more hit and miss than they've ever been. And there's a lot of companies that have done that. Luckily, Pokemon's so big, they can do a hit or miss. But like, I mean, the thing I don't want to see Pokemon go through is a Halo situation. And it seems like every other big thing they're doing, it seems like I don't care about Pokemon Sleep. I don't care about Pokemon Unite. I don't care about Pokemon Cafe. I don't care about that claymation show. Not saying it's bad, I just don't give a shit about it. Don't like the fact that Ash was taken out of the show. Don't like Gen 9 in general for the most part. They had some good Pokemon designs. They had some good Pokemon redesigns and retypings. They had some good ideas with an open world, like riding, like having a ride Pokemon, having to be able to fly, glide, climb, swim, all that stuff, right? Stories were bad. The stories are super good, Pokemon, but they were really bad. There hasn't been good bad guys since who are the bad guys in Gen? I think Gen 6. Actual bad guy, you know what I mean? Like, sorry, Team Yell, Team Star, the goons from below, I forget their names. It's just a repeat of the same shit, it seems like. Like, literally, Gen 8 and Gen 7 had the same setup, except for it was soccer. They're based off of soccer hooligans instead of, like, goons on the street. And Gen 9 is just like, oh, they got bullied. So now they're mad, they're taking it out by Pokemon. It's so dumb. I want... Look, Pokemon, as a whole, up until Gen 7, and even Gen 7, I only have one complaint with Gen 7. One major complaint with Gen 7. I don't really like the Ultra Beam, by the way. Not that they're bad, it's just silly. The designs are cool. They're good, cool Pokemon. Nothing wrong with them. It's just... I just don't like the idea of, like, this Ultra Space and Ultra Wormhole shit. It was weird. I didn't like it. But, like... They've failed a lot in this console generation. And their first game for the Switch 2 is going to be that? Like, really? Please get the Pokemon, guys. Why? Lord West? What do you mean? Get the Pokemon. What does that mean? But yeah, the art Legend ZA, it'll probably be fun. Just like Eevee and Pikachu is, it's fun. It's just not my thing. I think they really messed up this console generation. They did really good. Really, the only generation where I was like, I don't really like this generation was Gen 5. That's it. There was things in other generations where I didn't like, but like, I don't like Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. I played them, or I played Pikachu. I'm gonna play Eevee. The Diamond and Pearl remakes are trash. It's the first remakes that were bad. People shit on X and Y 6th gen because of the Mega Evolution, but actually that's the only battle gimmick that is any fucking good. Team moves were cool. But the reality is, they've kind of fucked themselves. They had such good graces and brought down the fucking... It's like they wanted to get rid of Arceus Legend. Or they wanted to get rid of the Legends game. It really is. I'm like, dude, that game is actually good. Like, that was probably the best thing they've put out in years. Years. But... And I know there's going to be missteps sometimes. I'm not saying that every Pokemon game is going to bat... They're going to bat 100. I mean, or 1,000 or whatever. What they need to do is just one of two things. One, stop fucking around with these like separate games and just make an MMORPG and start it either in Kanto or the Generation 10. Then go backwards or start at Kanto and go up. When I say MMO, I mean like a literal MMO. And they also need to, like, instead of having a new game, they could just put out a new region all the time. It's just kind of weird that, like, there's no real information to Legends. ZA. The information that we there's only one, there's only two things that I like about the game, and one we already knew was coming because of the region it's set in. They didn't even need to show us Mega Evolution. It's like, it's in Kalos, there's going to be Mega Evolution. Right? No, I'm not saying I'm not saying all Pokemon games are perfect, or this Pokemon game is perfect. What I'm saying is that they've either decided to, what seems like, make this game geared towards an audience that didn't play the other one. And it kind of fucks the people who wanted to play something like Legends Arceus. Yeah, it's similar in some ways, but the new battle mechanic looks okay. Looks like it would be fun. But other than that, I don't see anything in that game that I'm going to be happy about. It's like Pikachu and Eevee. Pikachu, let's go Pikachu and let's go Eevee. Like, I'm not happy with that. Like, that's one of the reasons why I didn't buy a Switch right away and why I waited so long to buy a Switch. I was going to buy a Switch with the first Pokemon game that came Switch, but they chose to do Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. No. Then I was like, you know what? I don't care anymore. If this is what they're going to do, I just don't give a shit. See what happens when Gen 8 comes out or whatever, right? That comes out and I'm like, is that worth it? Because it looks like a redone, better version of Gen 7. And that's pretty much what it is. With Pokemon walking the overworld and having a multiplayer area to play in. Wildlands or whatever they call it. Then I was like, okay, let's see what happens with the next generation. So just be late, having to do 2 months plus any other game. Then Legends Arceus came out. I was like, this close to buying a Switch. Right? Like this fucking, or was it reverse? No, because Legends Arceus came out. I was this close to buying a Switch. But I decided not to, because I was like, you know what? I'll just wait until an actual that I want to play. Then I saw Scarlet and Violet. Lots of problems with Scarlet and Violet. I will say, though, with all its problems, it's an okay game. Like, it plays like Pokemon. It feels like Pokemon. It works like Pokemon. Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu feel like Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go doesn't feel like Pokemon. That's why I don't like Pikachu. I play Pokemon Go essentially to shiny hunt legendaries and mythicals. Right, because some of the mythicals in Pokemon Go are in raids regularly. Right? It's pretty much what I use it for. And you know, we go to the events and stuff and things like that. That's cool. Whatever, I'm not shitting on that. Something for me and my son to do. You know what I mean? But it's not really like top of mind. Ever top of mind. I don't remember the last time I did a package from the, days in a row you finish a challenge. Today I was looking at it. The last time I did a challenge, daily, to get that little stamp for the package at the end of it, was in January. And I was probably just bored, opened it. Or I did some, it's hard for me to play Pokemon Go. One, because it nickel and dimes you for everything. Two, because it doesn't really feel like Pokemon. Like, it looks like Pokemon. You do the similar things that you do in Pokemon. But there's no battling. There's no real battle system. I mean, the only battle system they have is just trainer battles against other, essentially Link. What would be Link cable battles or, online battles or local communication battles. You can't battle Pokemon. You can't train your Pokemon that way. That's the problem with Let's Go Pikachu. That's why it doesn't feel like Pokemon. At least to me. So that's why I don't really pay attention to it. Like, if they make another Let's Go game, I'm gonna play it. But with that said, probably not gonna like it, just like I didn't like this one. I still play Pokemon Go for here and there, usually for the events, shinies, like that. Things that are harder to get in the regular games. I'm trying to time map Pokemon. Min-max on spent playing it. Look, I like Pokemon a lot. There's a lot of problems within the Pokemon company, between Pokemon Company, Game Freak, Nintendo, and Niantic. And I don't know who makes it. I'm assuming the Pokemon Company either outsource it or they have their own vision doing that or whatever. I don't know how it works in that case, but not bank, but home and bank. My biggest problem right now is still the same problems that I've had before. They've never really addressed. No national decks. They're making games that no one, people bought and played, but no one actually really cares about. And the one time they make a game that is not the main series game that someone cares about, they turn around and make it a game that is half itself. You know what I mean? Lumio City, yeah, they could make it pretty big. Because you were pretty limited in X and Y and where you could go and what you could do and things like that. But it was a sad state because that game, for their first time in a 3D environment, that game, Lumia City especially, was beautiful. They had 3D rendered balcony and they're gone. Just when you walked around Lumia City, you would see random balcony that you could see that were out, not just fucking flat wall, the gate in front of it looked like a balcony. They put a lot of hard work into that game, and this game kind of shits on that. And that's my biggest problem with it. Just like Diamond and Pearl, Legends Arceus didn't shit on Gen 4. Gen 4 remake shit on Gen 4. Gen 9 was just poorly executed, right? There's lots of things that are wrong with it. But let's be real, it feels like Pokemon, it acts like Pokemon, it's Pokemon. Let's go Eevee and let's go Pikachu again. For me, it's not Pokemon. Like, it's a dumbed down version like the game, or like Pokemon Go. I get why they did it. Get Go players, people who came to Go and never played the other games, or younger players who played Go but never played the other games, came to the Switch and played that. I understand that, but their first game on the Switch is a Go ripoff. Like, come on. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be dead honest. Gaming in general sucks now, right? All the games I play are either old ones or ones that are continuing, like Pokemon, Doom, things like that. Halo sucks now. Forza Horizon sucks. Forza Motorsport sucks now. I don't like Gran Turismo now. Major games, I don't like Grand Theft Auto. I haven't liked Grand Theft Auto since the PS2 era. What else? Like, there's Gears of War Gears of War 4 was very promising. Then Gears of War 5 came out and they took away the character that you invested in the whole game for Gears of War 4. It was fucking stupid, all to play some dumb bitch that no one gives a fuck about. Everyone who played Gears 4 played Gears 4, not just for the gameplay. When you're playing the story, yeah, why don't we learn a little bit about Marcus Phoenix's son? And then you just ditch him. That was fucking stupid. Too many games have come out since 2014 where I've given it a try and it's failed me. Big one, The Division. Can't fucking stand that game. Put 140 something hours into it. And I fucking ended up hating it at the end of it. What was that called? I think it was Ghost Recon Wildlands or something like that. That game looked promising. Literally was The Division, but with a different story. Rainbow Six Siege. Really good, except for there were still bugs that were still happening to this day. That are still happening to this day. And I got banned for one. And I sent a video proof, too, that I didn't cheat. But I got banned for cheating because someone's leg was sticking through the wall. It's like a win's a win. Don't care. And it wasn't even ranked. Which is the worst part about that. Major games that I've played throughout time. I'm trying to think of them all. There hasn't been a Splinter Cell in forever. Metal Gear Solid is Metal Gear Solid, so that release schedule is retarded anyways. All the new IPs. Like, I don't have any trust in any gaming company. They're going to take something that I enjoy doing and this is what happens. This has been happening from like 2013, 14, 15-ish, all the way up to now. Like, Pokemon was doing really good up until Gen 7. Halo was doing fine until Halo 4 came out. They fucked up a bit, went back to the core gameplay, fucked up the story in Halo 5, but the core gameplay for the multiplayer was fucking great. Did a Halo Infinite, felt like a shitty Call of Duty. Don't care about Call of Duty at all. Haven't cared about it since Black Ops 2. Ghost, horrible. I did not like it. I stopped playing Call of Duty at that second. Played Forza Horizon, which I thought was going to replace my Gran Turismo gameplay. And then, you know, and the Forza series in general. Don't like it. Forza Horizon 5 killed Forza Horizon for me. Forza Motorsport 6 or 7, I forget which one, killed Forza Motorsport for me. Who are major games that I've played throughout time that are like a big staple of gameplay? I mean, at this point, it's like we went from... Listen, there was a lot of problems in the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii time frame. There was problems within the gaming industry, right? But they were actually putting out good games, like, regularly. Like, I just don't understand how we went from putting out good games every year, different companies putting out good games every year. They made a yearly game or didn't. We're putting out good games. The only problem that I had with any games, really, that were put out yearly was sports games, because they just take out features and put them back in and like that, and don't really update the graphics really, and just stupid. That's a problem. But I didn't play sports games. I never understood playing sports games. I used to watch some sports here and there, especially hockey, because I played hockey, so like I'm interested in hockey in general. But like, I'd rather just go play it in real life, because I can go play that sport. You know what I mean? Like, it's harder to do motorsport. It costs thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, depending on what you're trying to do. It's just, you know, I mean, even game series that I played but didn't really care about too much even ended up being shit. Like, for instance, David, calm down. But, like, game series that I put, like, well, Bioshock, I don't even know if they're ever going to put out another. How come the battle UIs are getting blander? But I don't really care about what the UI looks like as long as it functions. Like, I obviously don't want it to look like shit, look like it's falling apart or whatever. I don't mind just boxes. I come from the first gen. It was just boxes and arrows. So, like, I don't really care about that. It was cool to have, like, you know, different designs for it, but I don't give a shit. Yeah, I mean, it's just games that I've actually cared about. They always just, like, do something, and I'm just like, I'm done. Pokemon is going to get to that point, I have a feeling. I really do. And people say, well, it's because you're just burnt out in the game. It's like, I didn't play Pokemon, really, for 3 generations. Like, I played through the stories, caught the legendaries, stuff like that. You know, got the mystery gift stuff. But I didn't really play it. Like, I just got through the story, got the legendary, got any other legendaries that are in the game, and that's about it, right? I wasn't like a super, like, hard, like, from Gen 4 to Gen, essentially 7. I didn't play it at all from Switch came out. Except for Pokemon Go. And I was never a hardcore player for that. The other thing, you know, it's just like, it's gonna happen. Like, I see it coming, and it's gonna suck, because I think at that point, I don't know if I want to play video games at that point. Like, I think the only games that I would currently play that haven't really fucked up is, like, Doom. Maybe Stein? Yeah, Stein. But, like, I don't like new Tomb Raiders. I could care less about new Marios. Probably because I'm so burnt out from, you know, different Marios from the 64 and the Super Nintendo and the GameCube. Halo sucks. Forza sucks. Gran Turismo sucks. Everything just feels like it sucks now. And I'm not asking it for them to innovate. I'm not. For all I care, you can make Gen 1 again. Ninja, you mean Ninja Gaiden? Is that what you're talking about? Ninja Gaiden, I haven't played that in forever, in general. That's a game I've never really cared about. I'm not saying they're bad games, I just never really cared about them. But there's a lot of games that when I start getting invested in the games, they just fucking take a shit. Like, I've been invested in Pokemon since Gen 1. Like, I bought the games, like, got the games. I got my blue version. No, I got red version. My brother got blue version. I got my red version the Christmas after Pokemon came out to America. I've been playing this game. I had a whole living dex up to Gen 3. Gen 3, the battery died in my cartridge before Gen 4 came out. Defect, whatever. Lost the whole living dex. Sucks. I was like, I can still play the games though and have fun. Didn't collect all of Pokemon. Now I have a living dex and I'm looking at Legends ZA. It's like, oh, I got back into the game. You're just gonna fuck it up. Like, that's what it feels like all the time to me, right? Like, I don't expect every game to bat 1,000. But you made almost probably the perfect single-player Pokemon game ever. And then you just throw it the fuck away? They did. That's what they did with Legend ZA. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to be a fun game. I'm not saying I'm not going to enjoy it. But from what I'm just being super critical because every time this happens, I don't want to play the game anymore. Right? Halo, prime example. 4 was actually fun. There was just no competitive. That's why it died in 4. Right? 5 was bad on the story side, but great on the multiplayer side, and it felt like fucking Halo. Again. Right? Infinite is not Halo at all. The starters, yeah. I mean, look, Totodile's fine. I have no gripe with Totodile. Chikorita sucks. And Tepig is the worst fire starter, and I always choose the fire starter. That's how you know I know how much Tepig sucks. Both Black and White 2, I played with Tepig. I always choose the fire starter. Always. Always have since Gen 1. Always choose the fire starter. Will never not choose the fire. You understand what I'm saying? Why Tepig? First off, Gen 5 starters suck. Period. I don't like any of them. I can give Oshawott the okay. Was that? Yeah, that was, yeah. It's okay, but I don't like its middle form. And I sure as hell do what, and I sure as hell really don't like Samurott at all. I hate Snivy and its whole line, and I hate Tepig and its whole line. That's probably why I wasn't a huge fan of Gen 5 in general. The starters by itself just pissed me off. But no, Chikorita sucks. It doesn't even look like they're getting a version, like a Kalos version of it, because it's set in certain time. But like now, it's set now, so we're not even gonna get a variant of the starters. That was, yeah, I'm getting him. Give me a second. I was on it. But like the honest opinion, like, look, I'm not saying the game's not gonna be fun. I'm not even saying the game's gonna be bad. But it's a disappointing thing. And I'll tell you right now, after spending a lot of time playing different video games and, you know, spending a lot of I know it's a sunk cost fallacy. I don't think it's a fallacy, by the way. I'm sorry, but like, there's a lot of things you just don't fucking do. People, when they're in a lot of situations when it comes to their time. Time is one resource that you can never fucking get back. Ever. The last 30 seconds of me ranting about this kind of shit, I'll never get back. Which I'm fine with. I don't care. But like, Halo's a good example. I spent from a time the first Halo released to Halo Infinite playing Halo. Halo was my all-time favorite game. All time. Loved it. Died at 4. 4 was fun to play. 4 was alright, but there was no competitive, so it's a first-person shooter. The story was good, the graphics were good, I liked them. The gameplay was kind of eh. I didn't really like the way it felt, but it was fun to play, right? Like I could have fun and play it. Halo 5 got more into the competitive and the story sucked. Really bad. And that was a big fuck up. And then like Halo Infinite was just shit. Gears of War, same thing. Like, let me put it this way. When they showed Gears of War 5, I said I'm not buying that game. The first time they showed it. The first time. I said, fuck that. Yeah, Bayleaf is a bad starter. I don't like Chikorita at all. I've never really liked Chikorita. Not that it's a bad design. It looks fine. There's nothing wrong with the way it looks. It's a bad Pokemon. It's a bad starter. It was really annoying in the anime. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen in game. Like, I don't expect Pokemon to be batting 1,000, but I also don't expect them to take a game that was probably the closest to probably the perfect Pokemon experience you could have in a side game without just copying the other games. And they just threw it in the fucking trash like it was nothing. That's what they did. That's what Halo 5 restored a shit, especially within the Halo community. Restored a shit ton of favorability to 343 industry. So let's be real. Halo isn't this giant game. It was only giant for one fucking game. That's it. Halo 3. So the reality is that they had all this good grace from Halo 3. They put out 4 and fucked it up. Reach was good and all that stuff. Put out 4 and it fucked it up. But during Reach, it was in decline. Yeah, but it could just learn fairy moves. I don't think they're going to make it fairy. I don't think there's different versions. It's supposed to be in current time. Like, time of, like, Gen 9, essentially. At least, that's what it looks like. Right? That might be wrong. But they definitely fucked it up by not using rebuilding of Lumia City or Kalos after the Great Pokemon War. They could have used that. That would have been the perfect fucking story. They had the perfect fucking story, and they threw it in the trash like it was nothing. Meanwhile, the Pokemon War has been talked about since Gen fucking 1. I've seen those, but I might have seen the Chikorita one, but like they had the perfect story. Kalos was a central part of the Pokemon War, the Great Pokemon War. They could have used it so fucking well, and they didn't. They threw it away in the trash. Just threw it the fuck away. Threw it the fuck away. And it's fucking sad. And the fact that it's only in the city is the saddest part. Because I don't care what anybody says. Gen 6, if you want my opinion, right? You want my honest opinion of every Pokemon game and comparing it to another game, Gen 6 is the Halo 3 of Pokemon. You know, the cool battle mechanic that came out and not every Pokemon had it. Only one Pokemon could use it during the battle. So they limited it. They had the remakes of Gen 3, which were phenomenal. Just like 1 and 2. They were great. They had the 20-year anniversary where they released all the mythicals and all the fucking legendaries and all that shit. They released new ones for Gen 6 and 7. I missed 1 and 7. I have it now. Even Gen 7. You know what I hate? Here's a Pokemon I hate. Here's another starter I hate. Here's the starters that I hate. Chikorita. Gen 3, I don't hate any of the starters. I just don't think all the starters are all that great. You know what I mean? Like, Mudkip's fine. Torchic's fine. and Trico's fine. The Mega Evolutions are fine. There's nothing. I really don't have any problems. Are they my favorite? No, but I don't have any real problems with them. Gen 4 starters were sick, actually. My only problem is they kept using the fire fighting thing after that, and I was like, come on, you guys could have did something different. But they did. I think they did poison and grass for a long time too, which they should have did something different there. But here's a Pokemon I can't stand from Gen 7, Poplio, and its line. I can't stand it. I think it's ugly. I hate it. I get the point in it. I understand the design. I don't like it. But it's a good Pokemon. Like, I'll use it. Everybody likes Rowlet because Rowlet's cool. I actually like Finnegan because Finnegan was actually interesting. It was. Like, it became a psychic fire type. The first time we seen anything besides fire straight or fire and flying since Gen 3. And fire and dragon and fire and fly. And say. With the Mega Evolution. Psychic was a cool idea. They did really good with the Fire Ghost and Legends. They did really good with the Water Dark. Even Samurott, I actually liked. And the cool, complete reversal of Decidueye with the fighting typing instead of the ghost typing. Actually kind of cool. But Pokemon as a whole, they need to really think out things before they do things, and I don't think they do, especially with their newer IPs like the Legends series and the Let's Go. Look, I want Let's Go to continue. It's very good for little kids, right? That's why I want it to continue. I don't like the games. I will play them though, because I'm an idiot. But I will play them, right? I want to see a Johto version of that. I want to see a Hoenn version. I want all the generations. I want all the generations in Arceus Legend, in the Legend series. I would like to see Mystery Dungeon. I would also like to see Pokemon Ranger come back. That would actually be pretty cool. I mean, Pokemon Snap came back. They need to make another one. Because I actually like Pokemon Snap. I have to play the new one. But, like, it's kind of crazy how, like, they take these new IPs they do and they just throw them in the trash, essentially. Like, they did that with Pokemon Snap, right? Well, everybody bought it. Well, no shit. It's a fucking video picture-taking game. The only people who are going to play that game are the most hardcore fans, right? Hey You Pikachu. As bad as it was, they could have refined it and made it good. So I'm saying, they do this a lot. Mystery Dungeon did pretty good for a while, and then they just kind of threw it in the trash. Ranger. I like the Pokemon Ranger series. They were pretty good. They weren't the best thing. It was just something different in the Pokemon universe. And they were alright. Like they weren't really the greatest games? No. But like, airs? Like, no one is gonna play. Let's be honest. Arceus, Legends Arceus, right? That game got people to play Pokemon that had either never really played Pokemon, like they played it every once in a while, like when they saw a generation that they seemed to like when it came out. But like, your most hardcore fans are the ones who are going to be playing Snap, are the ones who are going to be playing Mystery Dungeon, are the ones who are going to be playing Pokemon Ranger, are the ones who are going to be playing Let's Go, right? Or little kids in that case too, because that was great for little kids. I think they need to do another one. Look, I'm mad at them that was their first one. First game on the Switch. That's what I was mad about. I don't care about the game itself. It's not really made for me. You understand that. But it's really good for little kids. And I think they should have did a better job by putting out another one in. But what I think they really need to do is this is my peace offering to Game Freak and a Pokemon Company and Nintendo, because they all own each other. essentially. Here's my peace offering for me to keep playing your games. 1. The next either remakes or main series game, you need to make it an open world MMO. 2. I don't care which. Okay. 3. In that MMO, you will not be releasing games. You will be releasing 2 games. Have an option to buy in DLC format the Pokemon that are in that other version. And you can run into them in your version because it's an MMO. So you don't have to buy both versions. You just buy one. Or you can buy both versions digitally and it just mixes them together. And then every year or every year and 6 months or every 2 years, you release a DLC that is the next region. And you just keep it going from there. Or the opposite. Like, for instance, in the main series games, if they would choose the main series games to do this, start at Gen 10 and either restart at Kanto or go backward. Right? Simple. Keep the structure of Scarlet and Violet because that is something you did correctly. Make it run better. Have it be an MMORPG where you see people all the time and just work it backwards. That's fine. Or if you're going to do a remake again and do Gen 5, start at Gen 5, pick a direction, don't care. Make it good. Make it Scarlet and Violet, but Gen 5, right? And add DLC for Gen 6, Gen 7, Gen 8, Gen 9, whatever other generations you're going to do after that. But also add DLC or expansions, as they used to call them. This is what it should be. And have it available on PC, please. Like, you're already fucking shoving every Pokemon thing on this fucking stupid thing. I hate phones. If you guys don't realize this, I hate smartphones. I don't even like cell phones. The only reason I have one is because I don't have a regular phone. And it takes more work to set up a regular phone than it does to go get a cell phone. Right? If I could ditch this tomorrow, I fucking would. I hate these damn things. They're time wasters. My boss can bother me. I took my work email off of it a long time ago, but like, no. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about games on this. You can make games for this. I'm not saying don't. But I don't fucking care about it. I barely care about consoles at all. The reason I like the Switch is because they did something different. They made a hybrid console that actually works. And yeah, there's flaws. USB ports wearing out. Docks fucking up. Breaking. Not working. The Joy-Cons are shit. Fine. But you tried and you did a pretty damn good job. The first time of making a hybrid console that actually fucking works. And isn't just like a weird low-powered PC. Or Android tablet. I don't like tablets for the same reason I don't like smartphones. The UI sucks. I hate touchscreens. It's cool to have as a feature. I just don't care about it. Like the way things are going, and to let's be real, if they ever figure out the latency problems, I'll tell you why they made such shit sticks, because they didn't stick with the, they're not going to do another Gale of Darkness. They're never going to do a Pokemon Stadium type thing again. The closest thing I'll ever get is Pokemon Champions. That's going to be their main platform from now on. This is how it's going to work. When Pokemon Champions launches, what's going to happen is they're going to run the main tournament through that from now on. It's going to happen. And you're going to have to play the other games to use Pokemon Champions to get the new Pokemon and be in the new meta. That's the way it's going to work. It's a good money-making mechanism. I like it. I actually like that idea. But you have your new Pokemon Stadium. You have your new type things like that. Gale of Darkness, things like that. It's fucking Champion. Now, they would be, if they were smart, they would take Champions and add all that stuff into it, right? Pokemon Stadium, Gale of Darkness, blah, blah, blah. All that shit. But the reality is, what they need to do is shut the fuck up, take Pokemon Champions, use that as your main battle platform, make an MMO, make an MMO, main series, or the remakes of the main series, one of the two. Make a Legends that's that doesn't look like shit. Not that it looks bad, it looks fine. Like, the graphics are great, they look fine. There's a positive for Legends. But, they didn't stick with the 64 control stick. Why? I know people are gonna shit look at 64 control stick. Look, they made it better and they made it out of metal. It actually fucking. Also, it's like 300 times more accurate than the current control sticks we're using today. They need to keep making Legends. They need to redo the next one and not do Kalos and not do the same thing that they did in this one. They need to redo the next one. What they need to do is do a Gen 3 one, right? One of the best generations that exist. Do a Gen 3 one. Make it about Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza, and Deoxys, of course. Get that all going. And then do the same thing with Kanto and the 3 legendary dogs and Ho-Oh. I don't know what we would do for Lugia, though. Hard one. Then do a Legends in Kanto. That would be more modern, right? That's where they should have did the modern thing, not Kalos. Because you want the story behind Mewtwo and Mew, right? Like, so it would be like, if I were to set it up perfectly for that, it would be the same exact story as, almost the same exact story as Legends. Legends Arceus. It would be, you get a Mew phone. You talk to Mew. All that stuff, right? So, like, since Mew is the atom of Pokemon, which is a demigod, and you try to, like, you know, Mewtwo does, like, a similar thing to the movie, where he's, like, trying to take over the world or whatever, when he breaks. Or make a Giovanni doing that, right? What else? I mean, you can set this up so easily. It's so stupid that they don't. You have the backstories, right? You had the backstories with Legends Arceus. You had the backstory with Kalos, Eternius, and Yveltal. You have the backstories in Kanto. You have the backstories in Johto. You have the backstories in Hoenn. You have backstory in the Tapus. Fucking Tapus. Or you can go the same route with the Ultra Beast, but I think you should only stick to the Tapus. I don't even think they should have the Ultra Beast in the Legends version of Gen 7. Gen 8, do it with the dogs. Gen 9, you do it with the 4 Pokemon. Rid of the Paradox Pokemon, only the 4 legendary Pokemon. That's simple. The Joy-Con isn't even the stick drift. It's the biggest problem with the Joy-Con is a lot of things. The batteries suck. Not for life, but not for like when you're playing it, but like the batteries suck in the sense that like they have a short lifespan overall. Like my phone I've had for what? It'll be 3 years in August. And the battery is relatively the same. Obviously it's a little bit shorter because it's been used and cycled through a bunch. But the cycle life on the Switch battery, the Switch Joy-Con batteries are horrible. The Switch batteries as well. Also, another problem is they're really prone to breaking in areas that don't make any sense. Like there's the R buttons, not the Z's, the R's, the buttons, the bumpers. Those break really easily over time. The solder that they use is shit and it breaks. It usually tears up the pads when it does it. Also, I've seen cases of like certain chips exploding on them. So, like right now, my right Joy-Con doesn't work wirelessly. doesn't. But it was fine for like the first, like 3 months I used it. So then I bought a controller, a wire controller, like I usually be doing. What else? Like, they could fix Pokemon, and then Let's Go series, do a Let's Go, do the same thing in the Let's Go that you did for Gen 1. Make it Gen 2 only. Obviously, the Pokemon that are available in Gen 2. Don't be able to, like, transfer Pokemon into the game. Only let it go transfer out. And have it linked to Pokemon Go the same way. And do this for all of the games. From Gen 1 to Gen what the fuck ever. Then, with Arceus Legend series, after Kalos, since you fucked that up, you used the Yvolta and the Xerneas backstory, but you didn't. There's another backstory they could have used as the main. You could have used, for Gen 5, you used the Swords of Justice and the 3 dragons. For Gen 4, you use, well, we already did Gen 4. Gen 3, you use Groudon, Kyogre, you know. Gen 3, you use Groudon, Kyogre, and Quasar, and Deoxys. Maybe even leave out Deoxys, who knows. For Gen 2, the story of the 3 legendary beasts, and have Ho-Oh as the main contact instead of Arceus. Mew for Gen 1. The only problem with Gen 1, there isn't any legendaries. To be honest, there's only one. So it's going to be a shorter game, but it would still be good. For Gen 6 or 7, like I said, Tapus. Get rid of the Ultra Beast altogether. Gen 8, the 2 Doggo story, and the Eternia story. Do the actual story. Do the myth. Have a good night. Do the myth that's in the story. Gen 9, do the 4 legendary Pokemons of Ruin. So that's what they're for. So they're like destructive. They're based off of actually Chinese lore. The 4 gods that like it's hard to explain. I don't know the whole story. I just know it. I kind of know it. I don't know enough about it to say what it is, but I know it's based off the Chinese lore of the 4 gods of Ruin. And in whatever gen figure it out, you know what I mean? Whatever the next gen is, figure it out with the backstory you give it. But they have such, like, Kalos, the way they did Gen 4's Legend was perfect. And you're never going to be able to get to that perfection again with the story. Because it's the god of all Pokemon and the 2 creators of all the world and space. Right? So, like, it's going to be hard to beat that. But you can fucking do it. You can. It wouldn't be hard. It would be really short. But, it would be a modern day. Kalos should have been either the Yvolta Xerneas story, the Pokemon War, or those are the only 2 options, really. The next Legends game, though, I think what they should do is take a breath, go back in time, do Johto, make it Legends Ho-Oh, have Lugia as just like a bonus catch like they did with Darkrai and Shaman and Manaphy, known Tornadus and Thunder and Amber. They're not the main story, you know what I mean? There is a story behind it, but there's not the main story. Make that the main story with the 3 doggos. Make it to where some bad guy who kind of sort of looks like the bad guy from Gen 2. You know what I mean? Like, it would be so fucking easy to do. Just don't. The MMO would be really easy to do, because you know how many people would play that fucking game? Do you even understand how many people would play that? Even if they left it on the Switch, they put it on PC. Yeah, I fucking idea how much they would make that. And you sell stuff, right? Like, you sell stuff and like, you sell expansions. Maybe sell like tickets to special events like you do in Go, right? Make it for the mythical, right? Or you have to buy the DLC for it, right? Why is that so bad? You know what I mean? Like the mythicals can be like make the mythicals DLC, right? And maybe you could actually add the Orange Islands from the anime. I don't even know if that's like canon in the manga. It's not canon in the games. They tried to do that with the. They tried to do that with the Sevi Islands, but let's be real. They need to bring that back too as the Sevi Islands. So they have to bring out back both the Orange Islands and the Sevi Islands. Then now they have to bring back Kitakeme and well, I guess I could add Blueberry Academy to the book because is Gen 5. You know, Matt. It's very simple to do for them to do. They just need to hire the people that know how to do this stuff, right? And work within their framework. It doesn't have to be super advanced. It doesn't have to be like fucking WoW. It doesn't have to be like, sell raid tickets for certain Pokemon like Mythicals. And it's like a DLC. It's not just a raid ticket DLC. You know what I mean? It's not just like a ticket you're buying. It's just DLC. You just call it Pokemon Generations. Like, if you did it with the remakes, you could call it with Pokemon Generations. If you do it with the main series, you can just call it Pokemon. You don't have to come up with, like, a fucking color or anything. Make 2 versions of it. You can either buy it, but you can also opt to buy DLC that lets you have the other version's Pokemon. It would make a lot of money just. Then, like, let's say they do Kanto first. Your first mythical is. So what you would do is, for instance, you play through the whole Pokemon game. You let the meta build up. You let the meta build up. You let the meta build up. You only use Gen 1 Pokemon. You sell it. Have the space from you, right? Like wherever you're gonna do it on the map. Not just a random spot that you made on the map. Have a special spot you have on the map. And no one knows what it's really for until you release Mew, right? Then what you're gonna do is you're not only gonna have Mega Evolution, you're gonna have Mega Evolution, you're gonna have Z moves, you're gonna have Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing, and you're gonna have terrestrialization or terrestrialized Pokemon. You're gonna add all of that. Now you can add them down the line, but I think for Gen 1 you should definitely have this. Okay. Because there's megas in all in Gen 1 and 3. When you go to the next generation, you have to ditch all your Pokemon and you start with a new. And it's the 3, the fire, the water, the grass. They could put a yellow DLC out where you restart Kanto, Pikachu. Or even better, they could do an Eevee one as well, and you have to restart Kanto. You keep your Pokemon there, right? You just can't use them, right? So, like, you put them in a PC, you have to empty all your Pokemon in the PC once you get the Johto. Right? Like, for instance, like Gen 1, right? You go through Gen 1, you go up to when you release Johto, what you do is you send, your character out to Johto. You can do it via train, plane, I don't care. Walking, because Johto is connected to Kanto. And then when you get to there, right, you just go where the professor is. Like, it only lets you go to the professor. And you have to dump all your Pokemon before getting your starter to continue the game. It would be that fucking simple. Like, it's a little complex, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it wouldn't be hard to program it. I'm not a programmer. I know a little bit of coding. It's not easy. But like, it would be so simple to do. It would be so simple to do, and they just don't fucking do it. Just don't. All right. And then, like, you know, you can actually follow the anime a bit too. Like, you could add the Orange Islands, like add DLC for a yellow version, add DLC for brown or normal type version, white or beige or whatever it is. And it's just you start with an Eevee. It's just you start with a Pikachu, but you have to restart Kanto over again. Keep your Pokemon that you have, that you already caught. Let's say you completed a living dex in the game, right? Keep the Pokemon, but you play that DLC to have the Pikachu follow you, have a friend Pikachu, like in Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Same with Eevee. You have to put all your Pokemon into your PC, and you cannot use them until you beat the Elite Four. Simple. Right? And it gives you replayability of the whole game. You can still catch another Mew. You still catch another... No, not a Mew. Let's say not Mew. Let's say Mewtwo, right? You can still catch another Mewtwo. You can still catch the legendary birds again. You can still catch... Bring back the Safari Zone. That's the one thing they fucked up on Let's Go. And just build it out over time, right? Go to the Orange Islands, right? Add that to the Eevee and Pikachu DLC. There you go. It's actual DLC. Like, you have to add the Orange Islands. Add the Sevi Islands, too, as a separate deal. And the Orange Islands would be cool because there's that one island where all the Pokemon are pink. Live there. If you catch all the Pokemon that are there, you have all the versions, like, right? So, sell XP, like they do with Lucky Eggs and stuff. And Pokemon, like, for like, I don't know, a couple hours or like an hour. Like, you spend $1 on a Lucky Egg, and for an hour, just fucking boost up your Pokemon. You know what I mean? This would be more end game people, but and do the whole thing over again, right? Let's start with Johto. Have the little movie scene of the legendary birds battling and Lugia breaking it up. Have the have Ho-Oh and Lugia sitting around. Have DLC for Selby. Have maybe make, you know, a DLC where it's like yellow version, but in Odo, right? Start over again. Pikachu. Like, there's 1,000 ways they could do this, and they just don't. If I could make my perfect Pokemon game, it would be an MMO available on phone, Switch, and PC. Have it cross-platform play. You don't see all the Pokemon trainers, right? You're not gonna see everybody who's online, but you see a bunch, right? You just see a bunch. Add the Pokemon walking in the overworld. Have your shiny charms and things like that still, but you still have to complete the Pokedex and your shiny charm in Kanto. Like, it'd just be called the Cantonian shiny charm, right? Make them look a little different. Simple. And you can't use it anywhere else. You can only use it. Then add DLC like the Orange Islands, the Sevi Islands. Sell Pikachu, a yellow version / Eevee a Pikachu version and a Eevee version DLC. So you restart the Gen 1. More than enough time. More than enough fucking time to make a Gen 2. You're just adding rules. You're not even adding real assets. Like, make a special Pikachu and a special Eevee. They can't evolve. They can be able to wear the hats and the stuff like that. Simple shit. They already have in the game. Just do that. Charms, things like that. You have to restart. Raiding. Do raids. For, you know, like special legendaries. How about the Mecha Mewtwo or the Mewtwo robot looking one with all the armor on it? That. Do a shiny raid for Mewtwo. Do a shiny raid for Mew. Do a shiny raid for different Pokemon. Or a chance at a have people playing your game. You would make so much money. You really would. Just on this alone. Let me explain this to you, right? We have Scarlet and Violet. Take Scarlet and Violet. Don't even make it an MMO. Make it just like it is. Right? Just make it run better. Right? Start in Kanto. Expansion. 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 They would make so much money. And charge $60. Charge the $60. That way when you that way you can re-release the game in a cartridge for the Switch. This would be Switch only, right? Re-release the game with this cartridge that has both games on it. Like you'd have the Johto game and the Kanto game, and then like you had the like for instance, you restarted at Kanto, you'd have Gen 1. Then when the next gen comes out, you could have Gen 1 and 2 in the same cart, and you can keep selling that same cartridge, you're just adding stuff to it. Just like they do now with expansions with MMOs. I don't like the sandwich idea. We need to do something about that. Breeding is better technically. I just don't like doing it in that game. I don't know why. I'm just a weirdo. I mean, it really wouldn't be hard, man. It just wouldn't, and they don't do it. And the reason they don't do it is because they know they'll make a lot. They know that they'll fuck it up so bad. But that's why you hire people from other companies. You snipe people. And the gaming industry is laying off thousands of workers. Tell me not one of them are just decent programmers that make backends. Those. You know, I mean, I know it'd be a lot of work. I know it'd be a lot of stuff. It'd take years to do. But if you start now, you've already started, especially if you start now, right? If you start right now and release Pokemon Generation, the first remake of Gen 1, it's the last remake. Take it in the Scarlet and Violet format. Keep it that simple. But have the online be better. Have raids be better. Have all of this stuff be release good DLC. Now you have to add Kitakeme. Now you have to add the, well, I guess if you bought Galar, since it is all Galar, you probably have to buy. You might have to make those the same thing, right? Have two different versions. Like have like a do that. How would you do that? Have different versions. Sell different ways to play it. Like having to restart Kanto with Pikachu only. Buddy Pikachu and Buddy Eevee only. Then you can't use your Pokemon until you beat the sell that with the Orange Islands DLC. Sell and the Sevi Islands DLC. Sell. That would be lucky eggs, like that last a certain time, like in Pokemon Go. That would be smart, you know. Things that boost your gameplay. You know what I mean, nothing that cancels out your game. Stuff that boosts your game. Have like challenges every day. That's one thing MMOs do really good. Have raids. That would be really cool. And it's like, make it the same as it is now. Well, I'd say the Dynamax ones are the better ones. But just DPS it. DPS it, you're guaranteed to win, right? You're far enough into the game, you're guaranteed to win. You can't do raids. No, you can make it the same star system, right? Make it the same star system. Make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't even know if they have a 4 or 2. You should do that, right? Or make it the little ride-on heads, like in Pokemon Go, right? Do that. Give them cool stuff like, you know, like they do it now. XP candies, things like that. Bottle caps, ability patches, all that kind of stuff, right? Have special events. And do special events only in certain areas. Like, for instance, like, have like a Orange Island event. Have a specific to Orange Islands. Have you know, you could do this very easily, and they just don't. All right, it is late. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go ready for bed because I streamed for way too long, and I need to get up in the morning to go play the Pokemon Go. Have a good night. Thanks for watching.